Hi, today is August 11, 2021. I really wanted to show you something that I noticed, which is very, very strange and kind of a spooky, kind of a scary a little bit. The first time I noticed this particular weed is like the book, the weeds book, and explaining that this particular weed behaviors or whatever. So I show you whatever it is. Okay, so this yellow thing, it's very, very spooky looking. It looks like some kind of a worm or something. It's taking over this nightshade. This is a nightshade here, but as you know, this is not the fluke. This is called Dodder, and Dodder is a plant, a parasitic plant, and they grow in the weeds field, and in the beginning they have a seed and everything, so the seed germinates and the roots establishes and they become like this. There's no leaves. Very strange. There's no leaves, but it's okay. They are parasitic, so they attach to the host plants above the roots, attached to the leaves. In this case, like this nightshade, cut leaf nightshade was taking over with this plant, and it has once it attached to the plant, they just take the nutrients from the plant. I think the plants suffer whenever this weed is growing. And this weed has also a small flowers, white flowers, as you can see here. And they multiply that way. There's a little, when the flowers are, the little leaves are there. But everywhere else, there's no leaves. It's just this tendril of the thing attached to the plants. And I have no idea how they can take this nutrients from the host plants. And this is the spookiest, and also it's not that pretty, it's kind of ugly looking. The person who doesn't know anything about this is like, oh, there's something, it's dead or something. Looks like a dead plants, impersonating, or the imposter of the dead plant or something. But this is called Dodder. See that Dodder plant in the field. It looks like the part of the green weed infested area is almost like somebody sprayed a weed killer or something, and it's dead looking. So you can kind of easily see this particular behavior of this plant. Show you here. If you go walk here, so whenever you see, it's like a yellowish patches. It's a Dodder. This is the tendril is not established that much, but this is I would say like a bindweed and so forth was taken over this particular plant. This is the flowers. of Dodder. And I think when the Dodder attaches to the plants, I think the plant itself, in this case this bindweed, I think start to die, start to pretty much suffer, and it's just a brownish color develops. But this is very healthy Dodder flower blooming right now. And yeah, I don't think I see the leaves or anything like that. So I never seen this until this year. You know, as I said, I just noticed this particular plant from the weed book, and I wasn't paying attention to anything walking here. And then I started to notice this yellow patched area, which is, I think, the Dodder plant infestation here. And I think it's gonna, you know, the Colorado is very, very dry, actually. And so you see there are lots of weeds suffer because of dryness. But this one particular Dodder, I think, killed the host plant because this is the center of it here. It's already brownish, and I think some other plants are dead because of that. Yeah. So this is another site of the Dodder plants, killing the host plant, which is, I think, it's a bindweed. I'm not sure, or any other plant. I think it was affected by it. This is a cut leaf nightshade. It's flowering right now. This yellow flowering, yeah, I couldn't figure out the name of this yet. Kind of a unique. So at this time, you can see on the ground this tomato fruits like plants. It's called Cutley nightshade, and there are lots of tomatoes growing there, and I'm sure this is more or less like deadly. I think most common ones called deadly nightshade, and so it's toxic for everybody, human beings and everybody. For a long time, I thought, wow, this is like an interesting plant, and well, it's like a tomato. Yeah, of course, definitely related to tomato. And but it's rampant here. It's everywhere, and its flowers are like this. Typical nightshade flower. The other plant that I notice, which is kind of strange, is that this plant here. This is called skeleton plant. This is already uprooted, and there's no. It's floating around. It's like a tumbleweed, but it's not really. I mean, tumbleweed is lots of other weeds causes the tumbleweed phenomena, and this is one of them maybe. And that was also skeleton weed. It's called skeleton weed. It's also very interesting to look at because it doesn't have leaves that much, and all the stems. This is called the buffalo bar. I think the seed, as you see, very sharp needles and so forth, and I think it's harmful for the cattle. I think it's maybe poisonous. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is gumweed. If you walk around the field, you notice that lots of this particular flower head after they finish blooming and the seed form just stuck to your feet, and you carry around those seeds and drop somewhere else, and they multiply like that. So that's one of the things that I found it's very interesting. Flowers are beautiful here, but it's called gumweed.